All right, Coach, coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports brings us to Southern California and Dignity Health Sports Park in Carson. Today, we're set for a good AFC matchup between the Houston Texans and our home team. Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. Down, Taylor. And that's not the start that he was looking for, as he's going to be met and dropped behind the line. Call it officially a loss of 2 on the first play from scrimmage. Second down.
Second and 12 at the 21-yard line.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's second and 12. They'll run it for the first time with Williams. And he's upended after a gain of 4 up to the 25-yard line.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
It's complete to Hopkins. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 16 yards on that one, and also a Texan first down.
Texans.
58, come on. Let's get it together, defense. Let's get it together.
They'll run on first down. It's Taylor. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. That's good for 21 yards and a first down. You know, I have a pretty good friend, Charles Davis, who tells me that when he sees plays like that, strong runs to the right, reminds him of the 1960s Green Bay Packers.
Boy, those were the days back when the fullback actually carried the ball as well as blocked. Then you had a halfback. You had pulling guards, guys who could get out and run. And you can hear the great coach saying it back then. So we get a seal here and a seal here, and we run this play right in the alley.
At the Chargers' 35-yard line.
The last run got 3. Now here's second and 7. Now it's Watson. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's third down.
Well, there's times when you see these catches that are made, and we just know the guys playing it are really wishing for college rules. Only need that one foot down instead of 2. It's awfully difficult on the sideline, isn't it?
Watson now to throw on third down. Oh, the ball is out. Watson lost it and picked up by the Chargers. And his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line.
When I see a play like that, I come back to risk-reward. I don't know about you, but is it worth it at that point, whatever you're going to pick up, to either take the hit, and in this case, lose the football?
So should have gone down. I mean, hindsight's always 20/20, but that's the safe play.
You're exactly right. Hindsight's really never wrong, is it? Because you can analyze it, but I think ultimately you got to look at it as a first option, taking care of the ball, getting what you can, and that's it. Don't worry about it anymore.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a gain of 11 and a first down, L.A.
How best to describe that one? I'd say right down Broadway on that run.
A straight-ahead running. I think that might be something we see a lot of between the tackles today.
Well, he's enjoying things so far here this afternoon. Sees a crease and bursts through it for a solid game.
Pick up the ball. Check 3. 61. Matchbox. Right. Check 99. Check 99.
Right back to him on first down. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Looking to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. They'll get 9 there as that sets them up better for third down.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
The Texans here on third down putting an extra defender in the secondary. They'll look to throw here. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Hodges. And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 40. Nice job keeping that opening drive alive, and they're in plus territory, that part of the field where you really want to convert on third down. They did.
Big-time pickup for them, and now I think the aggressive play callers think to themselves, this part of the field, I take my shot at the end zone, because the closer you get to the end zone, the field gets condensed. Makes it a lot tougher to run those routes. You still got a chance to actually run past people right now. Take your shot at the end zone early in the down and distance count.
Here's a 2nd and 7. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. It's a gain of 5 on the play. And just like that, it's third down. Really been an ideal start for them. They get the turnover on the opening possession. Now here they are moving the ball straight down the field on their first drive.
And that feels good, but you know on their side of the field, all they're thinking is finish this drive off because they took it away, right? So now you've got them back on their heels a little bit. Now go down, put a touchdown on them. Look out. You've won the mental battle early in the game, and that may carry over for you.
Back to throw here. Oh, he almost picked it. Nearly a turnover there on their opening drive. And that's a throw he'd like to have back. Now fourth down.
You absolutely have to have this early on, right? Third and short, they elect to throw for it, and that's normal NFL football. They're going to throw on third and short, but you got to hit it, don't you?
Yeah, in the first quarter, like you said, to set the tone, can't connect there. They were probably hoping to get him a little bit closer for a shorter field goal, but he was able to get it done from deep.
Nice little tester for him to begin things, huh? I think he was open for a little bit more of a chip shot. Instead, they made him stretch it out a little bit, but he's got to feel great now that he put it through the pipes.
Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And last time the turnover on the fumble, and they were in enemy territory, so that had to be very frustrating. Down on the scoreboard here, can't do it again.
You nailed every part of what was frustrating. Down on the scoreboard, had a drive going, and pushed it past the 50-yard line so they felt like they were in striking distance, and to come away with nothing, not a good feeling at all, to put it mildly. Now they can't afford to do that again.
Yeah, now can they get that bad taste out of their mouth here?
Check the backer. Switch. Let him go.
Taylor. And this time not as successful as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a third down. Watson on third down. And that is incomplete. Derwin James, the all-pro safety, is a rookie there to knock it away.
It's a great job by this secondary. When I watch them, They remind me of elite defenders on a basketball court, right? They want to contest each and every pass.
Great contest on third down to bring up fourth. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. And a great job here. This is going to turn out to be a beauty. This is marked down. About the 3-yard line.
At their own 3-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going, and they will start this drive with just terrible field position, backed up inside their own 5.
But we have seen teams be bold here and take shots, right? Sometimes you go max protection, make it a one-receiver route, and take your shot downfield and see what happens. And occasionally, we've seen success occur.
16 yards is the pickup there, and a first down for L.A.
First and 10 at the 19-yard line.
So a much rosier picture now after that last play. Here's first and 10 at the 19-yard line.
Let's go, baby. Rush in, rush in, rush in. 80 weapon, 80 weapon.
Now a handoff here to his running back. He's got a first down and more past the 30. Cuts it out to this. A big seam, and he might go all the way. Touchdown, L.A. A great play there. 81 yards. And the Chargers get the quick strike touchdown. Oh, how about this? No good. Just his second miss of the year, and our score will stay right where it is. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. This will be taken short. And he'll get it up just past the 20, and his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line.
At their own 21-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And it's been a rocky start for them thus far. They had the turnover and then the punt on those first two drives.
So there is optimism because they've improved, right? Turnover, you just noted it on the first drive.
Punt's better than the turnover.
The punt is better on the second one. Now they're hoping to turn into first downs and hopefully points.
After one, it's 9-0. Still a few inches short of a first down as they come up now on second down. They stay on the ground. This time it's Williams. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
From the 34 now, here's first and 10.
Oh, yeah, and here we go again.
Here's Watson, operating from the gun. He finds Hopkins complete. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
At the 40-yard line.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's second and 4. Now a give, right side. It's Taylor. And not much room to operate as he'll get this up only to about the 41. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 3.
And it's third down.
This is it. 19. Come on.
Operating from the gun, Watson. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And fourth down now coming up. So a couple of first downs on this drive, but it's looking like another empty possession.
And those empty possessions are certainly starting to pile up. So the adjustments that teams talk about all the time have to be taking place. They've got to analyze what's breaking down and figure a way to fix it.
White now to return. An excellent return that time, 26 yards. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over.
Ready, set.
The Charger drive about to get going.
You. Ready, go.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Now.
From the rep, let's go right here. Mike 41, we've got to wedge that, huh?
Haywood.
Mike 41.
And go.
He'll look to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
You know, on these types of plays, we're always looking to assess blame. Okay, where did it break down? Sometimes it's just a great play.
It's now third down.
Here we go.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. So that'll back him up 5. After the delay, they're backed up even further for 3rd and long.
I'm coming after you.
Mike 55, Mike 55, Mike 55.
Here we go.
Check. Fresno.
They'll look to throw. And he's caught on the sideline, but he's not going to have a first down. They say he was out of bounds, so a big call there. That brings up 4th. And the coach has decided to throw the red flag. He will challenge this play.
The Chargers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Well, he challenged the play. It did not pay off.
And that means he lost a timeout in that challenge.
And as a coach, you hate that. Don't know if you took the advice of the player, you threw it yourself, but it didn't go your way.
At the end of the day, it all comes back to the head coach. He has the final determination on whether to actually challenge the play or not. In this case, it didn't pay off for him.
And that's got to be so heartbreaking. You throw that flag, you probably feel really confident, and then all of a sudden, boom, you lose the challenge.
Yeah, when you take a look at it, you're throwing that flag because you believe you're going to be right. And when it comes back the other way, you have to regroup.
So they'll play the field position game here as a very nice punt is going to pin them back.
Yeah, it's almost like watching a game of tennis, or do you prefer ping pong? You know, back and forth like that? That definitely was excellent, wasn't it?
On 1st down, Taylor. And some room for him there as he'll take this up to about the 15. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on 1st down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They've got to feel pretty good about that one.
2nd and 5 now. Watson. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Marcus Williams. And his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Today you are. Not today. Ready, go.
And to give this time to the tailback. In on the stop, Vernon Hargraves.
And that last carry puts him right at 100 yards for the game. So how has he done it? Because he's been patient, followed his blocks, let everything develop, and then burst through for big gains.
Back to throw. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 17 yards for the Chargers there as they've got themselves a first down. On first down, he'll drop to throw. Throw left side, complete. That's Hodges. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. A short gain of just over 2 yards as the first half clock dips inside of 3 minutes.
It's a gain of 2.
The Chargers on third down, just 1 for 3 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3. They'll drop to throw. This will be caught just inside the 10. And he's got the first down as he gets it to the 8. Give him a gain of 4, able to convert, and that sets up 1st and goal now. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. And he's going to press this one forward as they stop him right around the 1. He'll get 6 on the ground there, and it'll be 2nd and goal coming up. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes.
Bang, 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 bang.
Going with a big fullback, Wow. And he will get in across the chalk for a Chargers touchdown. Derek Watt, his first touchdown on the year. The Chargers, they're able to widen their lead. And that's why you have the fullback, Charles. Couldn't get it in the play before with the smaller guy. Turned to a little more power. They score it.
And now it has to warm the hearts of a lot of old-school football fans. They love when they get to see a little bit of power football.
This time, the extra point up and good. And that could be important as that makes this a 16-point lead.
16. Texans nothing.
Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They're down a couple of scores, 16-0, as they start things out with a 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And they're able to get this one across the 35. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, 1st down. The last drive, remember, similar situation. He forced the ball into coverage through the pick. He learned better there.
Yeah, similar to a golfer that's confronted with a shot that you just can't make. Sometimes you have to take your medicine, as they say, right? Just pull it down, take off, and go. Don't make something worse than what it was.
And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 43-yard line.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Watson flush to his right. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime.
3rd and 9. 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 3rd
An extra defensive back on the field for the Chargers now on third down. From the gun, here's Watson. Caught left side, Hopkins. And he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Chargers' 43. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Out of the gun, Watson. He's letting this one go for Fuller. And nearly picked off. Surprising to see a defender of his caliber let it get away. But it does get away and it's 2nd down. So 2nd down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. Throwing again is Watson. Oh, nearly picked. Almost intercepted, but he couldn't hang on, and it's 3rd down.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete. Hopkins on the grab over the middle. And he's brought to the ground with another first down at the Chargers' 30. Watson now 4 out of 10 throwing the ball in this first half, but he's got a first down here. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Intended for PPQT. It's now 2nd and 10 at the 30-yard line.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. To throw is Watson. To throw again. He's going to fire one deep over the... And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. So very close to a turnover there in the end zone. This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10. Watson looks to throw again. And that is incomplete, stopping the clock with 5 seconds to go. So here's Greg Zuerlein now as he'll try for the field goal. It'll come from the right hash. It's a 47-yard attempt. And the 10-year vet knocks it through the goalpost. So a big play before the end of the half to get him into this spot, and they cash in with 3.
How about the 1-2 to the solar plexus on that one? The big play, the field goal, not much time left on the clock. That's the way to go into the half.
This is fielded at the chalk of the 10. So we've reached the intermission in what right now is a 13-point game. As we send you to our EA studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. So the Chargers will start the second half with the lead and the football as we're underway in the 3rd quarter. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. The Charger drive about to get going. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple.
H3218, chopper. Orbit. 55 to Mike. Check 55 to Mike. Set the tone, defense.
2nd and 2. And his throw here's incomplete.
I think he's a little trigger happy right there, and it turned into an ill-advised throw into their zone.
Well, we know he has confidence. He'll throw it any place, anytime, anywhere. That time it fell incomplete. After the incompletion, here now, 3rd and 2. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. That gain of 9 buys them a new set of downs.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense, because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Here we go. Here we go.
Gonna give this time to the tailback. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on 2nd down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point. Going to make that defense stand up and stop them. 8 yards the tally on that 1st down run. Here's 2nd and 2. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. That one, a 1st down pickup of 8.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a 1st down. Keep the sticks moving.
They're going to need some therapy after this. Ready, go!
Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
They need to stop to get back into this game, and here's one right to start the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, anytime you go to the lockers with that 2-3 score deficit, you're right. You need that stop, get the football back, and they've done just that.
Series to series, play to play.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he goes across midfield and down into Houston territory. That will go as a pickup of 7 on the 7th play of the drive.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Zach Cunningham with a pick. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. Well, holding on to the lead at this stage in the 2nd half, those are the types of plays you really want to try and stay away from.
And when you're a rookie, keeping your focus is something that you still have to work on all the time, because there's so many distractions around you between the crowd noise and your coaches and your teammates. But the other part, you've got to learn how to finish. The 2 F's for a rookie quarterback.
And he'll take this up over the 40 to about the 41. A gain of 3, 2nd down. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you, because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now, the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. A shotgun snap for Watson. It finds his target, Fuller. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. A fresh set of downs on a gain of 13 there for the Texans.
And the Texans, 1st down.
Watson now, he's hit on just 5 of 15 throws, a poor percentage, but it's 1st and 10. Here's Watson going deep for Hopkins. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 14, and a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
The Charger drive about to get going. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate, and, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part two, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Tackle. 41 Mike, right here, 41 Mike.
He'll drop to throw. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's third down.
Out routes are always timing routes, and if the timing's off just a little bit, it can really throw off a play. It looked like he led him a little too much there.
Yeah, there was a fraction of a second because he caught it, just couldn't stay in bounds. They're going to look to throw. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up fourth down.
But it's not been the best game for him, but he definitely tried to get by with a little help from his friend there, trying to create a big play.
Couldn't do it, fell incomplete. But you're right, hasn't been a banner game here in the second half, just trying to get going.
Big thing is trying to keep confidence up and continue to fire.
On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. Fielded at about the 28. A good return there, call it 13 yards. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Second and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. Back to throw, Watson. It's complete to Fuller. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. A gain there of 21 yards.
Quarterbacks love slant routes because the receivers are breaking right into their line of vision, and receivers love them as well because they're getting the ball on the move and able to catch it and try and get upfield and gain additional yardage.
And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. Well-timed effort there by Derwin James, a sack from his safety position. Now, following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. They'll run out of the gun here. Williams. And an alley to run. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
Watson on first down. It's complete to Hopkins. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. That's a gain of 13 as they try to whittle away at this 13-point deficit. That catch, by the way, kind of noteworthy. It's number 764 in his career. Ties him with Hall of Famer James Lofton. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. A great effort there. His 6th touchdown of the season as his guys are back within a single score. That's a score you felt they had to have here in the 3rd quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there was an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard and you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Chargers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Charger drive about to get going. Certainly want to avoid what they had to do last possession, and that was punt the football, because this game's starting to tighten up.
In a basketball sense, you think about taking a little bit of the air out of the ball.
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Bernardrick McKinney, the linebacker, picks it. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. That time defensively looked like they showed quite a bit of pressure, but backed off, and it proved fruitful. They get the pick.
He went through all of his rules about getting rid of the ball quickly because he read blitz. He saw all those people stacked it.
And he caught it up and picked up by the Chargers. And they are going to set up shop at the 40-yard line. So they need to determine if that knee was down before the ball was coughed up.
And they also wanted to make sure that the ball was possessed as they were going through, that the ball wasn't working its way free before the knee hit the ground.
Mike, 58, right there. Heavy on the edges, heavy on the edges.
Following the fumble recovery, Watson. And the catch made by Hopkins. Give them 17 on the pick up there, and the Texans also get a new set of downs.
It's a gain of 17 yards.
Now this will probably be the last play of the quarter. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Who's that? 19! 24.
They'll run on first down. It's Taylor. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Bear in mind, that wasn't a big lineman back there for the tackle for loss. That was a cornerback.
So are you saying the myth has been shattered? That all of them are not just cover corners? Some of them actually will stick their nose in and tackle when necessary? That's what we just saw, isn't it?
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. Before the game, they were running the route tree about as efficiently and effectively as we could have possibly imagined, but sometimes the passes just go awry.
Yeah, let's face it. When you're running the route tree in pregame, you don't have defenders breathing down your neck. You don't have defensive backs making plays on the football. Hard to replicate the intensity of the game in pregame.
And he'll only get this to the 17, well shy of what he needed. 5 yards that time out of the scramble. But now they're looking at a fourth down situation. One score down, here we go. They're going to go for it here on fourth down. Here we go on fourth. Watson, and that is incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Charger defense stands tall, and they get the football back. Going to give this time to the tailback. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Bernardrick McKinney there to make the stop.
But Brandon, pace comes into play now because they've got the advantage. They've got the football, but they've got to be very careful about what speed they're going to play. You know, my music teacher back in New Paltz, Mrs. Bythema Bagley, used to say, don't go prestissimo when you really want to go largo. And what she meant by that is don't go too fast when you really want to go at a nice, slow, deliberate pace.
I am speechless. I am without speech. Now a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
And now offensively it's 3rd and 10, and I'm just thinking to myself, actors always say, what's my motivation before a big scene? Right now the play caller's thinking, what have I done before that's worked well that I can go to right now?
Yeah, because they were pretty successful in the first half scoring points. Haven't done anything so far here in the second half.
55 to Mike. Check, 55 to Mike. Quit talking about it and bring it. Mike, 55. Right there in the middle, 55. Stay with me.
They'll look to throw. Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Justin Reed. Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ball game.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, and became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning. Threw 28 his rookie year, That's the NFL record. How'd things turn out for him?
I think okay. He's a guy in all the commercials now. Right?
Yeah, I think he's doing okay.
And down inside the 15 he goes. A fresh set of downs on a gain of 13 there for the Texans.
A good run there off right tackle in an old school NFL football. The right side of the offensive line, often known as the nasty side. The left side, usually the technical side. Kind of reminds me of the old Atlanta Falcons 2009, 2010. That's how they constructed their offensive line.
And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. A great play there. His second touchdown of the afternoon, as his guys are an extra point away now from taking the lead here in the fourth. A very important extra point there, up and good, and they have taken the lead here in this fourth quarter. Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Charger drive about to get going. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Now back to throw. Catch made here by Campbell. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. The catch and run there, good for 16 and a first.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down, executed it to perfection. Now the throw here complete on the right sideline. And he gets it down a yard or two shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. A gain of 6 there on first.
A 6-yard pickup.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Now a handoff here to his running back. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Give him 12 yards there. The Chargers have a first down.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. And a good gain here of 9 from the 19 down to the 10. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
Brings up 2nd and 1.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
And the question now, how do they want to work the clock here on 1st and goal? A field goal would give them the late lead. They'll try and run it in with White. And the D not yielding much there. He's only going to get a yard to about the 2. Looking at this now, you got a couple more cracks here this close. Sneak it?
I don't think you even go into a huddle. Just line up, snap it, and fall in behind those guys into the end zone.
From the 2 now, 2nd and goal. They'll try and run it with White. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Los Angeles. A great effort there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Chargers are going to retake the lead. So now a big play coming up as the Chargers are going to go for 2. They're going to try and run. And he will get into the end zone for the 2 points. And that helps. That gives them a 7-point lead. Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away. This will be fielded at the 6. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line.
Here we go. At their own 24-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Now Watson from the gun, he'll throw. He's got Fuller, and they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 19 yards the pick up there. Move the chains.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this.
Hit from behind, and he's going to be driven down. Sean Robinson able to drop him for a loss of 4 from his defensive tackle spot.
Second down.
So after the sack, here's 2nd and 14. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So it's Texans football as we welcome you back. They come up on a 2nd down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down to the wire. They'll look to throw. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. He's picked off just shy of midfield. And they'll set up shop right near midfield at the 49-yard line.
At the 49-yard line.
Go. Grace don't travel. Grace don't travel. Let happen.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11.
At the 50-yard line.
Down. 70 in. Hey.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. He'll buy some time right. He'll let this go for the end zone. Oh, he almost had it for the pick. A great chance there for the interception in the end zone. Instead, 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Got an open man, that's Campbell. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Charger first. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
Check 13. Hey, check 24. Check 24.
That one looks like he'll throw here. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And this is caught. And that could seal it. It's a touchdown.
Good job.
He put quite a bit of air underneath that touchdown pass. Of course, we knew that he had the strong arm.
That part was easy. You could see that throughout his college career. But what you want to know about a rookie is when the pressure's on, can you throw with touch? He just did right there. And, boy, it was pretty.
Following the touchdown, Badgley out there to kick it away.
The Texans take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a 1st down. Now Watson, he's going to let it fly. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Desmond King picks it, and they're going to take over right there at the 22-yard line.
Obviously disappointing, but you had to go for broke here, down 2 scores. So that forced you to make some throws you definitely wouldn't want to make. And I think this interception is going to pretty much write an end to this one.
A run on first down, but it's not going to get him much, maybe a yard, and that's all. DJ Reader there on the tackle.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. The defense can stop it twice more as they take a knee here.
A 1-yard loss on the play. It's now 3rd and 10.
So plenty of smiles for the folks here as they head for the exits. It's a victory for their hometown guys, and they were really helped by their defense forcing 3 turnovers.
I think what we saw in this one, today's defense. And what I mean by that is in the old days, pitching shutouts was big time. That was paramount. But the big thing was holding people down, holding down their yardage, right? Don't let them throw the ball through the air and gain a lot of... But now, it's about taking the ball away. Taking away possessions, getting the ball back for their offense. They had 3 takeaways in this one, and it led them to victory.
So for the home team here, they boost their record up to a strong 4-1. So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports. With that, we say so long from Southern California.